Hi everyone, it's Kika and Balint. While visiting Egypt, we wanted to make sure we white camp in the Sahara. We discovered the spectacular white desert and decided to spend 2 nights there. It's not that easy because you don't have toilets or facilities, so we hired a local Bedouin guide who showed us special places and taught us how to have fun in a Bedouin way. Let's start the trip. The white desert is in the middle of nowhere, but we knew that it's going to worth whatever it takes to get there. So we didn't mind the 5 a.m. wake up and the 8 hours drive from Luxor to our first destination, the Bahariya Oasis. On the way, we learned about Bedouin music and culture, which was pretty fun. The cultural lesson continued once we arrived at the Oasis, because a new guide was showing the dances we have to learn on the trip. You will see how we do it later. As a surprise, our first stop was not the white but the black desert. It's called Black Desert because these beautiful formations are covered by black basalt. From the Black Desert, we headed straight to the Crystal Mountain.
Very nice, no?
No, wherever you stepped was actually covered by beautiful crystals. We continued proper off-road and arrived to one of the most beautiful landscapes I ever seen. Wow, amazing.
Hey world! Look where we are! Where you go!
Okay, that's enough. Kika from the White Desert. We continued to our campsite with a brand new driver. Is she good?
Yes.
It was real white camping. There was no one around. And the silence was intimidating. You could literally hear the sand rolling.
Woo! Woo!
Once a kid, always a kid.
While we were playing in the sand and enjoyed the beautiful sunset, our guide was preparing the chicken that his wife made for us. The dinner was delicious. It was full moon, so we decided we're gonna have a chilled night, but you remember, we had to learn to dance. Good morning. I'm the first one up, going for the sunrise. I was so excited that I had to wake up quickly, everybody. And after a short walk and packing into a car, we hit the road to spend the full day in the desert. We were going deeper and faster in the desert until we suddenly stopped.
Bye! So now the survival program starts.
Our guide didn't leave us. He took us for some fun sandboarding. Yay! Then we tried sandboarding with the car to our next stop, which was a beautiful arc formation. Perfect place for pictures. After driving hours in the hot desert, could you imagine any cooler place than a magical oasis? We couldn't miss a nap in the shadow here. And we also met some local biker heroes who offered us some tea and showed their biking skills. The guys left us like if they were in a Mad Max movie, which inspired me to take the wheels in my hand. It seemed our guide enjoyed the passenger seat. As we were approaching the white desert, the landscape started to change dramatically. The landscape started to fill up with thousands of sculpture-like rocks. It was hard to believe it was done by nature. Here's another chicken. We started to wonder, are we on a different planet? Are we even still alive? Well, the smell of marinated chicken signed us we are still on Earth. We felt tonight is the night to take it easy, relax by the fire and enjoy the sunset. Well, we were wrong again.
It's like a ghost.
All the guides came together, formed a band, and started to make a very cool Bedouin party. Despite the long night, everybody woke up early because we couldn't miss the beautiful sunrise in the White Desert. After breakfast, we headed back to the Bahariya Oasis, passing by a new part of the White Desert, which was equally beautiful as the previous one. Shortly, we were back on a concrete road, driving back to reality. On the way back, we were discussing, we didn't sleep much, we were stinky, but it was totally worth it. We have seen unique landscapes and learned a lot about the Bedouin culture and how people live here. And finally at the oasis we had the chance to refresh in the local thermal waters, and we said goodbye to our amazing guide. From the White Desert we headed on a 5-hour trip to Cairo. It was a big shock from the silence of the desert. But then we really got to like Cairo, so we will cover it in a different video. Thanks for joining us. See you soon.